Hey guys, this time I'm going to show you how to make a tree. Alright, so in today's episode I'm going to go show you some different ways that you can make trees. When you go to the store, they're expensive. I mean, one tree can cost you $30, $35. I happened to pull up in the driveway today and I was finishing up a phone call as I was sitting in my car, and I glanced over and came up with a great idea. So I'm going to take you outside and show you what it was. Alright, so I'm outside, and as you can see, we're at the middle of the winter here. So like I say, I pulled up in the driveway and I was finishing up a phone call, and I glanced over and I was looking at some of these dead plants here, and I came up with a great idea. So I'll post later what these are actually called because I got to check with my wife. But I looked at these guys here and I'm saying to myself, if they were green, even though the leaves are pretty big, maybe that can be a tree. But then I glanced down at these guys. Snap one of these off. And I thought to myself, that is going to be a perfect tree. The stems on it are nice. Just got to break off some of these leaves along the bottom. So we're going to take this inside and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Alright, so before we get started on this project, I'm going to show you a couple other things that you can use. I use that just like that. Hang on, I'll show you how it's... And these will make a nice little tree sections. These were just some tall grasses that were grown out in the yard. In the fall, instead of the wife hacking them all down, I go out there and I clip off the tips of them. I'm gonna try somehow seeing if I can turn these green, but even that color, to me, I mean, they look okay. One of the other things that I've done is my wife has hydrangeas in the yard, and I just sprayed them with some adhesive and poured a little. In this case I used a coarse turf. And remember the first one I showed you? There's a little one there. Other things that I've done in the past, I just took some branches out of that were laying around in the yard, and I actually used a hot glue gun and formed them into put 3 or 4 together. And then here again, spray them with it. I use the 3M Super 77 spray adhesive. Just spray some of that on there, sprinkle on your turf. I mean, these aren't great looking, but these are going to be kind of where they eventually will kind of be in the background with better looking trees in front of them. But you can see what I'm saying. I've even taken trees that I bought at Menards or Hobby Lobby and given them a little spray. Give them, because I mean, here you can only really use that in a winter setup. I have these actually are in my drive-in. So let's get started. This is the one that I'm going to be using. Now I'm not going to do this right here, so I'll be right back. I'm going to put a light coating of the 3M adhesive on here. I'm going to just spray the tops of them. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a light coating of 3M adhesive on here. And then I have in this case I'm using a fine green blended turf. And we're just going to, hopefully we get down here so you can see what we're doing. It's going to sprinkle it on nice and light. Keep a pan, or, you know, I've used this plastic one. You can use an aluminum tray, or you want to keep something to catch all your extra turf that's fallen so you can reuse it. Give her a little tap, 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 and there. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put a little bit of more adhesive on the bottom side and then sprinkle a little bit on there. We'll be right back. All right, so we got the adhesive on the bottom side now. And like I said, this is super easy. You know, obviously if you want to add a little fall color to this, you could mix in a little bit of some different colors into your okay. We're going to tap off our excess. And there you go. All right, so there's our finished product. Looking gotta admit, once we get that out on the layout, it's gonna have a nice look to it. So as soon as the wife gets home, I'll let you know actually what kind of plant this is, because I don't know nothing about. The only thing I know about the outside is I gotta push the lawnmower back and forth, and that's about it. When it comes to flowers, that's her department. But like I say, there's a lot of different things. Just take a walk out in your yard, go to your local forest preserve or park. At this time of the year in the winter, when everything's starting to, you know, or has died off, you can do that. Some guys will put hairspray on them to hold them together. I find the adhesive makes them last. So I'm gonna make a few more of these and add them to the layout. Okay, so I got a few more of them done. Ended up doing, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half a dozen of them. So I'm gonna go with the wife. My wife says that we have some more in the backyard, so I think I'm gonna go find some more and make some more, but I do need to get some more of the fine turf. So, and by the way, they are called sedum. That's S-E-D-U-M. They come in a few different varieties, but once they die in the fall, they all turn to that brown color. All right, guys, I hope you like what you saw, and remember to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Choo-choo!